Okay, let's be real, folks. In the acting and modeling industry, unfortunately, there are young people, actors, would-be actors and models are swindled out of thousands of dollars because they make decisions based on their heart and not on solid information. But for 30 years, at least that long, that's who you want, somebody that has that kind of history. Mr. Marcus has that kind of history. He has been a full-time actor and commercial model, modeling for real-looking people. To date, he's been booked over 1,200 times. He's taught thousands of people the best way to get started. He knows how to avoid scams, and he knows how you can find agents and get work in the industry. But you must be willing to use your head. And in his book, How to Become a Successful Actor and Model, that's a whole idea, according to Aaron Marcus, who joins us. Aaron, where can we find your book?
Sure. The best place to order it, you can go straight to my website, howtoactandmodel.org. And you also receive 2 great directories when you order it there, or you can also go to Amazon as well. And Paul, I have to say, you mentioned something that was so important that very few people realized. People making decisions with their heart. Mm-hmm. And it's so interesting because if you're going to buy a car and somebody, gives you a contract and you're going to be, signing, you're going to know exactly what you're signing. You will have done research. Yeah. For some reason, in our industry, in the acting and commercial modeling industry, a lot of people do make decisions based on their heart and not their brain. And even though some people might be thinking, I know this person's asking me for thousands of dollars, upfront fees for representation. I know it doesn't quite sound right, but this might be my one chance. So I'm going to do it. And that's why you want to get the right information. You are starting a business. This is your own business. And if you were starting any other kind of business out there, you would have done a lot of research. You would have done some internships, But for some reason, a lot of people think that they're just going to be discovered and things are just going to happen. So yes, you do have to be very careful.
Aaron, it's so exciting. It's exciting. It's you want to do it. I mean, it's a dream to be an actor, to be on the silver screen, and to be a celebrity. And I think that just kind of blinds people to the reality. He said, hey, wait a minute. As you say, you're about to go into business and you have to have some business sense about what you're doing.
Absolutely. And you need to get the information before you make decisions and potentially lose a lot of money. And you were just talking about scams a few minutes ago. Without spending much time with it, there is a really good scam going on right now. I've witnessed it because I've gotten these emails and they're done online. The short version is this. Somebody will contact you. Hey, I saw your photos. You've got a great look. Mm-hmm. We want to use you in an ad campaign throughout Europe. What they will wind up doing is we are going to send our photographer to you. And we're going to send you a check. And I think the amount was around $15,000. Part of that $15,000 would also cover the expense of the photographer and the makeup artist who we are going to send to you. So you go to the bank, cash it, you pay the photographer and the makeup artist, and then a couple days later, you find out that check bounces.
Wow.
And you are out of $5,000 that was just spent paying off the photographer and the makeup artist. And I was able to ask these people some very specific questions, and I knew right away this was a scam, but I'm telling you, they were good, and people know how to push your buttons, and they know how to light you up and get you to do things that ultimately don't make sense, but once again, you think this is your one chance.
And absolutely, it's just you kind of put You put caution aside. You're thinking, this is my one chance to make it, or for my kid to make it, and I just can't. I've got to go with this. But you have to check. You have to stop and make sure you go back through the process to make sure you're dealing with a reputable person. And again, from your perspective, how do I ensure that the person that I'm dealing with is reputable?
One of the things that you can do, if you do sit down with the agent, if they do call you in, and by the way, I don't want to make it seem like the world is just filled with all these horrible scams. There are some, and you do have to be careful, but there are, thousands and thousands of great industry professionals who run their business in an honorable way. So what you want to do is you sit down with the agent, and there's a whole list of questions you want to ask. what are there any fees? Do you have any recommendations for photographers to put together the right materials? Because, like I said before, all actors need to have a headshot and resume if you want to do commercial modeling, which, like you said, is modeling for real-looking people. And this is true for adults, for seniors, for infants, where you can honestly and believably portray the pharmacist, the teacher, the student, the doctor, the lawyer, all those kinds of people. And you will need to create some photos in order to give your agent materials to promote you.
Okay.
So you ask the agent, who are some of the photographers that you would recommend, and you check out their websites and you talk with them. And once again, if you go to howtoactandmodel.org, I list over 400 agents there. And these are agents, I don't work with them all, but I vetted them all, and they all seem like legitimate agents to me. I can't guarantee it, but it's a great way to at least get names of agents throughout the United States that could be helpful